Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to talk about if NBA Top Shot is a good investment. And how I'm going to approach this video is going to be different than most. I am actually not part of the actual platform yet because it's down. It's in maintenance mode, which is going to be one of my first points. But I'm going to be looking at this from the fanboy perspective as well as from the outsider's perspective, and I'm going to break it down and basically see if this is a good investment. But number one is, let's check out their website. The first thing that you see is it's under maintenance. That's not good, is it? This is one of those things that anytime that there's an online investment, whether it be from a Bitcoin side of things or just something online like NBA Top Shot, if their website's down, you cannot get out of your investment, which sucks. But then again, if you have a trading account, you can only trade between 9:30 and 4 every single day anyways, so that's basically the gist of that. So this is kind of cool because you could trade your card 24/7, but you might not. But what is NBA Top Shot? Well, NBA Top Shot is an NFT. It's a non-fungible token. What basically that means is it's using blockchain as the back end so that it can tell if your card, in this case, if your card is real or fake, or in a sense, if your token is real or fake. It's the same thing as what Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of those others, Dogecoin or Dogecoin or whatever you want to call it, they are all basically an NFT, a non-fungible token. Well, Dogecoin isn't, but same idea, right? So it's all on blockchain, and this is kind of a cool thing where, from an outsider's perspective, it's just basically you're buying and selling highlights, and it's kind of stupid and it makes no sense. But when you actually dig deep into it, it kind of has its points where if you're buying, let's say, a trading card and you have a Michael Jordan rookie card and it's worth, like, let's say $250,000 or $500,000 or whatever, and somebody from the outside says, why would anyone spend $250,000 or $500,000 on that card? It's a piece of paper. That's all it is with a picture. This is essentially the same thing, except it's a digital thing with a 3-second highlight of a player doing a dunk, a layup, a block shot, whatever. So why would you spend your money on it? Well, the reason is because there's only a certain number. So they've got their common packs, which are generally 10, 15,000 plus cards of that specific highlight. And then they have their rare pack, which is usually only a couple of thousand. I think it's like 500 or so. And then they have their legendary packs, which are under 50 cards made. I'm calling them cards, but they're highlights, they're moments. And then there's even a higher level where there's only one of one. And that one would be probably one of the most expensive. Now, if we go down to the website, we can see that they currently sell 3 types of packs. They have the common pack, which is $10, and you get 3 common moments, which are those ones that are like 12 to 15,000 of each of those moments. Next is a rare pack, and a rare pack has 7 common moments and 1 rare moment. And then there's a legendary pack that has 6 common moments, 3 rare, and 1 legendary. So is this a good investment for you to spend $10, $100, or $1,000 on it? That's a very good question. As of right now, from the videos that I have been watching online of people opening up their cards, you generally make a little bit of money on each of these packs. So for example, the common pack, you get 3 common moments. A common moment could, what I've seen online, range from anywhere from $2 per moment all the way up to $50 per moment. And on average, what I've been seeing is about between $40 and $80 made, I'll get to that later, from those common packs. Now, a rare pack is $100, and what I've seen from there is people making between $200 and $600 making. I'm going to break down why I'm saying air quotes in a second. And legendary pack is $1,000, and the highest I've seen so far from somebody opening it up was $12,000. So that was a pretty good investment. You're 12xing your income. Now, what I'm getting to here is you can't just go out and say, well, I'm going to buy like 1 trillion of these packs because people are making money. You can't. They are only allowing a certain amount of packs for each common, rare, and legendary pack, so that you have to put your name in or your account in, and then if you get lucky, they'll make enough packs that day to give you one. You'll actually see yourself in line, and then finally you get your pack, potentially, maybe, hopefully. And if you do get a pack, then you are set for the day, and you can open up and you may be able to make money. And why I say air quotes and you may be able to make money, things like that, is obviously when the packs come out, you open it, you see what you got. You then can put them on the market, or you can save them for yourself in case they go up in value, which is kind of what you would be hoping for on an investment standpoint. Now, let's say, for example, I opened up a common pack. I got a $50 card, a $2 card, and a $2 card. Well, let's say I want to keep those two $2 cards because let's say I like those players or whatever it is, and I want to sell the $50 card to be able to make my money back and then some, and would be all happy. Well, you just can't go out and sell it and say, hey, I want that money. You have to put it onto the market, and then somebody has to buy it. Will somebody buy it? That is the question. One common way of getting your money back is to undercut everybody else, and you can get that stuff sold quickly, hopefully. How many people are buying these cards? Well, apparently, as of March 2021, there has been 2 million sold moments in the marketplace, according to their website. So that is kind of interesting. You can also sign up with your email and get emailed when they drop a pack. Now, what does this all mean? Well, these are some of the ideas behind those individual moments. And these are the different tiers. There is that common, rare, legendary, ultimate tier, and then ultimate tier Genesis. And that's basically those different levels. The common tiers, as I was mentioning, 1,000 minimum. Usually what I've been seeing in these videos is 10, 12, 15,000. And they get into the different types of circulation counts, if they're going to be adding more to that certain circulation or not. Obviously, if it's a rare, it's not going to be added to, so you're basically set in that amount. Now, interesting part is there are going to be obviously the same highlight sold 49 different times as an example, and this specific dunk, for example, from LeBron James, they just recently sold an absolute ridiculous amount of money for, and it was interesting to say the least. So is this a good investment? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if you've got a card that is 10, 12, or 15,000, that's like a common card, I would probably be selling that quickly unless it's one of your favorite players. The reason for that is there's going to be so many different highlights. It's going to be the same idea as regular basketball cards, baseball cards, whatever, in real life. There's going to be trillions out there that are not worth anything. And then there's going to be specific highlights, in this case, that are going to be worth something. So, for example, one of the guys who I've seen open up a pack opened up a common card, but it was a Fred VanVleet 3-point shot that won a game just before in the playoffs, and it was a common card. Something like that would probably hold some kind of value later on because that was a big game for the Toronto Raptors, and there would be at least some Canadian who would pay money for it. The other thing they have to keep in mind is if, for example, you're putting it on the market, how many other of those players are on the market? It's going to become very saturated. However, when you start looking at the rare cards, that is when you may be looking at something that will grow in value. But I'm going back to the point of taking it as an outside perspective, and that is, could this be a fad? Possibly. Will there be interest in it over time? Maybe. But I personally think it's going to be more like the sports card market in real life, where we have these big explosion areas where, hey, a Michael Jordan card will go for $500,000. A Luka Doncic card can go for $4 million, like we're seeing right now. And then that market's going to trail off. And then maybe 10 years from now, it's going to start picking up again. So how I would personally look at this as an investment today is to go out, spend a couple of bucks on it, see if you like it as an investment. I wouldn't put a lot of money into it. Of course, I wouldn't put more than probably 1 or 2% of what your current investment value is into it. I wouldn't. I would stay away from it when you start going past 1%. But I'm going to stick way less than 1%. I'm going to stick probably $50 into this thing, see where it goes, if it does anything. I'm going to try and make my $50 back, and then let the rest of the cards that I like sit there and see what happens. This way, right now there's a big push into it because it's all over CNBC, it's all over social media, at least the stuff that I'm watching, everyone's doing it, and that's why it's under maintenance right now, because of course they probably just can't handle the amount of traffic. So as an investment right now, I think you can make some quick flips very easily. Make your money back off of those quick flips, hopefully that you can do, and then let the rest of your cards sit and see what happens. And if they go up, they go up. If they don't, they don't. But I wouldn't go in and say, hey, I only got $5,000 of investment money. What can I do? Well, let's drop all $5,000 into this. I would not be saying that right now. If you had $5,000, stick maybe 10 or 20 bucks into it and see what happens, because you'll probably spend 10 or 20 bucks on a coffee at Starbucks anyways. So that's how I'm looking at it, and I could easily stick $5,000 into it, but I'm not going to. That would just be stupid, in my opinion. Anyways, everyone's opinion might be different. It just comes down to if you can sell your cards. If you find that you can sell those cards quicker, yeah, sure. Put more money into it. Reinvest the money that you're making back into NBA Top Shot and see what happens. See if you can keep on going with the money, and then just keep on rolling with it and see what happens. Anyways, that's my thought on it, and I may be totally wrong when it comes to the fanboys, but as an outsider, seems interesting, but it's not something I would dump everything into. I wouldn't take the dump truck and dump off all my money into it, because it just seems a bit off right now. It's interesting. I think it's just running up the idea of these paper sports cards that are going for ridiculous amounts of money. Anyways, these are my thoughts, and I would love to know yours. Comment below. I'll see you guys again next time.